Hello everyone and welcome along to Inside Dakar. Today is a very special day because today is the launch of the brand new Audi RS Q e-tron E2. We are in the heart of Audi Sport, just on the outskirts of the main circuits, and joining me in person, which is fantastic. It's more than a year since last time. Stefan Moser, how have you been? You've been on this incredible adventure with the Dakar Rally and also the Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge. What has it all been like?
I missed you the last year, and I'd like to say welcome to the desert of Audi, because we are in the heart of the Audi motorsport area here in Neuburg, and it's a great pleasure for me to stay beside you for the first time after 1 year.
Now, in the next 25-30 minutes, we are going to show you a lot of things. We have all the drivers, all the co-drivers with us today. And of course, I would say the main star of the show is the brand new Audi RS Q e-tron E2. You know, Stefan, this is where you work every single day. What has this period been like?
Not me. It's the work of our engineers, of our mechanics and everybody else. But they had worked hard, believe me, even through the last night, because I have to finish the car up to the very last moment. And I'm happy to see the car later on here on the track.
We've created a Dakar camp here. We have some guests with us today and creating the perfect atmosphere to show off this brand new car. But before we introduce you to the new car, let's have a look back at what the previous Audi RS Q e-tron got up to. It was the perfect start to a new era in the long history of Audi Sport. After just 12 months of preparation, the team took on the adventure of the Dakar Rally with a vehicle full of innovations, the Audi RS Q e-tron. The electrically powered desert ship impressed immediately, mastering 24,000 kilometers of desert heat and sand. 4 stage victories and all 3 Audi RS Q e-tron vehicles crossed the finish line. This exceeded even the wildest of expectations. And as we all know, after the freestyle comes the show. At the Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge, Audi makes history with technical innovations. For the first time, a vehicle with an alternative drive concept wins an off-road rally. The huge smiles on the premier winners, Stefan Peter Hansel and Edward Bollinger, herald in a successful era for Audi in the field of electric mobility. Well, it certainly has been a huge success so far, Stefan. And we're going to bring in our first very special guest. It's his first day on the job, actually. Here he comes, head of Audi Motorsport, Rolf Mitchell. Come in the middle here, Rolf.
Hello, Molly. Hello, Stefan.
First day on the job. How are you feeling?
Well, with that start, pretty amazing there. In my former function, of course, I had the contact to the motorsport guys, but I think, one couldn't start better than having this huge event and, of course, seeing, I think, a really, really nice car.
It's so clear that there's just a huge amount of passion that goes into making this project. It was done in record time to get ready for the first Dakar. You know, what is your background? What is your motorsport passion?
Well, the motorsport passion started when I was a very little boy, and during my career I just had the chance to have many interfaces, starting with the Audi Sport TT Cup and many other things through my Audi Sport career. But this dimension I saw here is just, it's another league, because the combination of technique, also leaving the circuit racing and going into a very unknown sphere was also for me to see that last year. And believe me, I saw you both every day on my screen. It was just amazing. And now being part and being in the middle of that is just an honor for me. Yeah.
How does it sound for you, head of motorsport?
Honestly, pretty curious, to be honest, because if you're a little boy and could dream a job, you would do it like this, and to achieve it is even more. I think it will take some days until I can believe it, but working with these amazing people, this is the main thing, and the title is another thing, but acting together as a team, I think it's more important.
Let's talk about titles, because Sven Quandt is here with us today, so we have to build up some pressure on him. What is the target for the next Dakar?
Well, believe me, that was also one of my first actions. Long learning from Sven. Of course, this long year experience from the team. I think the target is clear. In the first time we learned in Dakar, And the second time, and this is Sven and my common goal, of course, we want to achieve a podium, and everybody can choose the position on the podium. But we know it's a tough one, but we don't go on a track or into the desert with less expectation. So let's keep on pushing.
Tell us a bit about the status of the project right now.
Well, Stefan said it is. Of course, it is an intense phase, building up all the cars, and I know that Sven and our teams are really doing an amazing job and spending a lot of time. Yeah, of course, we live from the learnings, from the expectations for this year, and the learnings from the first season. I think it's the most important one, to actively listen to the drivers, to the engineers, and also about all the circumstances to really improve the whole system. And I think, talking about the status, we're quite on track. And if you're going to see the new generation of the car, it's visible that we have, I think, done a lot of things to be prepared well. So we're on track. We're right before the second test, which will happen in Morocco. And then it's the Rally Morocco, and then we are going for the big one. Yeah?
So, next part, are you coming to the Dakar?
That's no question, of course, of course. This is my job. No, of course, I ever dreamed of being part of that. And Sven and me, of course, are, let me say, the last two to take decisions. Therefore, I try to attend the test in Morocco. I will be at the Rally Morocco, and of course, I will be at Dakar.
And will you do the full experience? Will you sleep in a tent?
Yeah, they told me I have to sleep in a caravan with Matthias Ekström, which is pretty tough. But yeah, we will solve this. And of course, doing the New Year's Eve with the legends of drivers. So it's pretty cool to live the experience there when we see about Carlos, Stefan, and Matthias. So of course, you have to be part of that team also to contribute your part. Yeah, that's why I'm there.
So I'm sure you've had a chance to speak with the drivers and co-drivers. You know, how are their feelings towards this new development of the car?
I think they're all amazed of the car and about the working of the concept due to this really electric drivetrain with the energy converter. So with all the advantages, and of course everybody is really, I think he's really amazed to take the next step. So we could achieve 4 podiums and 4 stage wins and 14 podiums. And I think for the next time, everybody wants to do one step more. And I can see it in their eyes. And also, if we're going to exchange ourselves in the test when we're in Zaragoza. And so, everybody is engaged and everybody is just focused on this next big step.
We have to talk about the new name, RS Q e-tron E2.
Exactly. E2, you know, when I saw this, I was like, yes, because I'm probably being a bit biased here, but one of the most legendary cars in rallying, of course, the Audi S1 E2 with, you know, Mikola and Blomqvist and Walter behind the wheel. You know, how important is it to continue this history and to give it a name like that?
I think you asked the right one now. I was part of that taking decision because this is exactly, we were born in the rally sports, and E2 for me is just linked with a cult car. And if you're going to see the next generation, then I think it deserves the name E2. And this is also coming from a great tradition, but then of course developing into the future with electrification, with some more progress. And I think this is a perfect combination. And yes, E2, I had the same feeling as you. Yeah, that one.
Legendary, iconic. Well, thank you very much for that chat, Rolf. We will now have a look at the background for giving the new Audi RS Q e-tron the name E2. E, as in a stage of evolution or further development. Following the evolutions during the second phase of the development program, the new RS Q e-tron now bears the abbreviation E2 as a tribute to the history of Audi Sport. The legendary Audi Sport Quattro in its final development stage was the most extreme version of the Quattro in Group B rallying during the 1980s, and it is still a fan favourite to this day. With the abbreviation being carried forward to the new Audi RS Q e-tron E2, Audi wants to continue this successful tradition. Audi Sport, of course, steeped in history, and we're getting closer to showing you the brand new Dakar car. It will arrive here shortly, but let's first show you the main changes on the car. The new Audi RS Q e-tron E2. Lighter, more aerodynamic and more efficient than ever before.
As you know, our new concept last year was already reliable. We could concentrate for this season on the overall efficiency of the car. So therefore we reduced the weight of the car.
It has a completely new body with significantly better aerodynamics, helping to lower both the weight and the center of gravity of the prototype. The total weight could be reduced to a minimum value of 2,100 kilograms.
You can see it directly on the car. The overall surfaces were much reduced. On the front bonnet, it's now a fully integrated aero device with all the ducts and all the openings. So therefore the part is really lightweight.
Additional surfaces on the sides at the rear have all been removed, making it much lighter. The aerodynamic concept under the bonnet is also new.
On the side, we reduced a lot the surfaces. The elephant foot was reduced completely.
This allowed the designers to save further weight and optimize the airflow. The overall aerodynamic drag is thus reduced by around 15%. In terms of top speed, however, nothing has changed. It remains limited to 170 kilometers an hour. Another sticking point, the serviceability of the Audi RS Q e-tron has been made much easier.
When they need to change the spare wheel, on this one it's just one pin you need to remove, then they can directly exchange the tire.
The new 10-spoke rims are also significantly more grippy. The Audi RS Q e-tron E2, a further development with the ultimate goal of optimal performance for the greatest possible success. Well, that was all you needed to know about the new E2. And joining me now, Matthias Ekström, Carlos Sainz. Have you guys tried the car yet, the new one?
Of course, we have been testing already. We have really good first week of testing in Spain, in Zaragoza, like we used to do last year and different years, and it has been really going well. We are obviously really looking for the Morocco test, which is going to be very, very important, very crucial. But here is the car.
Yeah, here it comes.
It was a really positive first test.
Wow. Matthias, tell us a bit about the changes and how happy you are with the changes.
Yeah, I mean, I think from the design you can see by yourself. I think it looks like a Formula One car for the desert now with all the new aerodynamic updates. But when it comes to handling, it's easy to feel that the car is lighter, and also all the details that we wanted to improve have changed. So it's very obvious that we as drivers are very happy, but then of course there's always a downside. We have slightly less power than last year, but all in all a very big improvement. And as Carlos said, we had a very good test in Zaragoza, and we all look forward to the next one in Morocco.
So if there was any doubt behind the wheel of the car right now with Stefan Peter Hansel and his co-driver Eduard Bollinger, Carlos, how has this new evolution simplified things for you as a driver?
Well, the basic of the car are really similar to last year. We just optimize everything, everything what can be optimized in the reasonable time we have tried to achieve it. From the engineering side, I think they are really looking for in all the small detail to make the car lighter, to come closer to the weight limit. And regarding the driving side, obviously it is nicer to drive a lighter car. But we learned many things last year, and we try all what we learned every single day from last year Dakar. We try what we want to improve, we try to put it in this car together with the engineers, with the co-drivers and everybody to try to improve the car.
Matthias, just lastly, you said Formula One car for the desert, so the competition should be pretty worried, yeah?
I think if you look on it, I would say so. But again, I think last year we've shown that we are able to go quick on certain stages, but still the Dakar, you have to be humble because you need to do all the stages good if you want to fight for the win. And that's the ultimate goal for all of us. And yeah, I'm still super excited to be here and also to be again having the same teammates with Stefan and Carlos. Because for me, it's like a dream come true to have those legends as teammates, to learn from the best in the sport. And I just enjoy the moment.
Definitely. Thank you to the two of you. Best of luck with all the races coming up. And let's have a chat with Stefan. You look pretty happy and comfortable in there.
Yes, it's it's really fun also to drive, always to drive the new car. We did some good tests last month in Spain, and yeah, I need to say that we take a lot of pleasure to drive. It's again a new step, and best feeling than last year again, and also fast.
Tell us what parts of the car, what parts of the driving are different from the previous car?
I have the feeling that the car is more free. I don't know why, probably due to the aerodynamic, When to get the top speed, it's look more easy. But it's also can be also with the weight, because we have a car a little bit lighter than last year. And but for sure we keep exactly the same concept. So the powertrain, the electric powertrain is exactly the same. So and it's really good because we saw last year that it was really a good concept. But yes, I feel the car really more free, more light.
Oh, more free. That sounds good. Are there any changes for you and Edu inside the car?
No, it's just a small thing to adjust the position, but also the dashboard. All the buttons are really in the good position, and we have good air conditioning also inside, so it's really comfortable. Especially during the race, like we did in Abu Dhabi, for example, but also during the Dakar. Some days will be really hot, so good air condition, and the position, because we stay around between 6 to 10 hours inside the cockpit every day. So we need to work on our position. It's really important also.
Now, huge amounts of data have been collected at the two rallies that you've done this year. How intense has that work been, and how close is that relationship been from the two of you reporting back to the engineers and making these changes?
Since the beginning, it was really a good. It's a good knowledge from everybody, but to work together now since more than 1 year, it's more free, more relaxed, and we understand a little bit more how to work together. And yes, it's at the end this year it was not the same job than last year. Last year it was really the beginning, and now we work more on the small detail, just for the performance for sure. But yeah, and also with Edouard, it's really good to spend the time together, because we are two together only since 2 years.
Yeah.
It's really new to be together. So all the time that we spend together, it's really good.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Stefan. Best of luck with everything. We're going to now have a proper walk around the car with Benedikt Bruniger, who is technical project leader with Audi Sport. He'll be chatting with Stefan.
Benny, let's talk a little bit about the brand new car. We reduced the weight of the car. What was the target and what did you achieve?
In the end, the main development target was, as you said, to reduce the weight of the car and also to improve the aero performance at all. Then we also were focusing on the handling for the driver and also on the energy consumption of the car. So in weight, you can see it's directly on the car. We reduce the surfaces a lot. So every double surfaces are gone, and all the surfaces which are now on the car still, so like you see it on the front bonnet, they are now implemented directly in the aerodynamic. So you have the surface which are guiding the air around the parts, and we reduce also on the side here the elephant foot.
Yeah, we have to explain what the elephant foot. We're always talking about the elephant foot, but most of the people didn't know what that is.
Yeah, it was a big part here in front, which is now reduced. We have here just a mud flap holder now at the end, also on the rear. So when we go back, all the double surfaces from the rear bonnet and the fin was gone, just to have really focus on the weight reduction.
How many kilos do we lost here in the back, for example? I think this is my favorite view on the car, the backside. This is so beautiful. It looks so futuristic, and future as an attitude is the right claim for this car, I think.
I cannot tell you the exact number, but in the end, on the rear, we lost the most, but overall it was around about 80 kilo.
80 kilo in total.
Yeah.
That's interesting to hear. That's a lot. And what's happened inside the car for the drivers, co-driver especially?
Yeah, on the outside you can see it directly here on the spare wheel door. So in the past we had 4 safety hatches to unlock. Now we have only 1 in the middle. So they connect directly to the connected directly to the spare wheel. Inside the car also, like Stefan explained, there are a lot of changes in the interfaces of the car, so that the drivers are able to use them as good as possible.
As a technician who works every day with the car, what's your favorite part of the car? What do you like most?
The front bonnet.
Why?
Because now it looks like, we always say in development, it looks more like the race version of the last year car. So we really have, now it looks like a LMP car made for the desert.
During the last Dakar, we always lost a little bit of time concerning the tire change procedure, and you have changed a lot of things. How many time can we achieve?
Oh, this we need to proper test, but the first test we did in the last test with the driver without any training, it was much better than the best time last year.
So Molly, it's up to you to explain what we have to do with tire changing and all the things.
Thank you very much, Benedict. We're now going to talk a bit about the importance of tyre changes at the Dakar and, of course, other off-road rallies. And to do so, we're going to bring in Emil Bergqvist, who's going to come rolling in with one of the wheels. And this, I believe, Benedict, is the new rim, right, for the car?
Yeah, correct. This is the new race rim.
And if, we'll bring in a microphone for Emil.
You can see directly the bigger openings,
yep.
To be easy to grab them.
And you have first-hand experience, Emil. How heavy is this?
I think it's around 40 kilos, so it's quite heavy, I would say.
And talk us through the process of a wheel change.
Yeah, I mean, it's really important to you play together good with the driver or the co-driver. We have hydraulic jacks on this car, so it's helping to lift the car really easy. Then we have to remove the cover, the carbon cover, and on this car it's much more easy. So then you just have to do it as fast as you can with the electric nut gun, and it's a big challenge, and you have to be able to do it around 2 minutes.
And how good are the changes on the E2?
It's really good so far, so we hope to keep it like this on the Dakar.
Tell us about those changes, though. What is it that makes your life easier?
No, I mean, it's like for sure when you have the hydraulic jacks and all these things. We also did some more improvements on the wheel hubs to be able to fit the tire on the car more easy. So we have worked together really good, I think. So I hope it will show next year.
And you're excited about the upcoming events?
Yes.
Perfect. Now, Stefan, you're going to have a competition, I think.
Yes, I think we will make a competition. That means Edu is coming to us. Edu will do the first job. And Lucas, please come to me and explain what they are doing. I need a co-commentator. And this is a perfect job because you are the oldest co-driver. Come with me, please. Problems by opening the door, Edu? So this is live. We have to wait until the moment the car started, and then we can push it up.
Edu, perhaps you can just explain what it is you're doing first of all.
Just the ignition, because the car was shutting down. So now I just put the car on, just for the noise. For the microphone, it was better to put it off.
So, Just a moment. Just a moment. I have to stop the time. We want to do it in the proper way.
I should have a driver with me.
No, you don't need it. Okay.
We actually have one here. Surprise, surprise.
Okay. Are you ready? Okay.
You need to tell us when to start the time.
Are you ready, guys?
We did no training at all. Huh?
That's no problem. We want to see it. And then we will check it once again during the Dakar. Okay, ready? Steady, go. So what are they doing, Lucas?
Need to put the dust and more temperature in the tire. Now the first thing is the jack down and the co-driver remove the screws. But now it's the surface it's clean. But in the Dakar it's normally the gravel, and you need to be careful with all the parts, the nuts and the fix the old tire inside, because now the tire have a pressure, but when you puncture you are out of the pressure, and you need to tight proper with the straps, because it's very easy to lose the tire in the middle of the stage.
What about the 40 kilos weight of the tire rim combination? Did you make some special program to fix it?
No, most of fix it is to put in the place. Is this most complicated, and now the jack it's too high. You need to calculate a little bit the minimum distance to the tire to the ground.
So what's the time?
I have to fix the blade and the tire. And when they finished,
But it's only just over 1 minute, 17 seconds now.
no, under pressure. This is where they lost the time. They make a mistake, have to open the one again. So this is something we have to learn up to the next Dakar, right?
Yeah, this is the first prototype to fix the tire, and you need to improve of this system, because it's not so easy to fix the tire, and now with the cover it's only one pin to fix. This is a little bit complicated.
Stefan, you lost a minute by fixing the side plate. Did you know that?
He have a good gap now. He have a good gap with the other car.
Okay, ready? 2 minutes and 14 seconds.
2 minutes 14.
No, but we need to do already more training, because at the end the car was not completely ready due to the mechanics, not you.
Of course, not because of you two, no.
No, but we need to do a training. But the system is for sure is okay now, and we just need to do 2, 4, 10 times maybe, and we will be ready. For sure.
How much easier is this new system?
It's I don't know, but last year at the end the key is never stopped for the puncture. You know, this is the best thing that we can do. Less puncture as possible, and if we have a puncture, for sure we need to lose less time as possible also. And with a new system, probably under 2 minutes it will be okay.
That's very impressive. Have we got another contestant for this
Yes,
competition?
of course.
Yeah.
He's waiting.
He's waiting.
Did you see him? And where's Matthias? Matthias must help him.
I'm sure this is coming as a bit of a surprise
And
for
Carlos
them.
is still smiling because he's happy that Lucas is a co-commentator and he doesn't have to work today. So, Matthias is watching.
He's picked up some tips, I think, watching Stefan and Edu.
It's not fixed already yet. Okay.
So is it ready to go again, or yeah? Should
Damien,
the pin go back in, maybe?
Are you ready?
And the car should be turned off, or I don't know.
Yeah, of course.
No.
You don't want to do that?
No.
No?
Doesn't want to get his clothes dirty, I don't think.
Then we stop the challenge over here.
But the point being, it's quicker to change a wheel now on the new Evolution. Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, very impressive to see the brand new car. You know, so much work has gone into this. And we're going to see the car in action in not very long. Why don't you tell us, Stefan, what's coming up next?
Next is the test in Morocco, and 2 weeks later we stay once again in Morocco for the Rally de Maroc, and it will be very interesting how everything works under rally conditions. So it's completely different to do something here in Neuburg and to do it in the desert.
And all three crews will be taking part in all of this,
yes,
yeah?
hopefully, and they're all totally focused, I think. Take a look in Carlos' eyes. He can't wait to drive the car in the rally. I'm sure for that. Did you?
Absolutely. Really looking for Morocco. You know, it's a long time since we don't race. We obviously test. We obviously work in the car, and we are really looking forward to prepare the Dakar the best possible way. And Morocco is the best way to arrive to Dakar well prepared. This is where we need to find out where we are, to fine-tune the last small detail, to see if it is small thing that we need to improve. So it's a very important event for us, and all the three cars will be there, the whole team, and it's our final test, which is crucial.
Carlos is like a racehorse. He always wants to go on the track.
And if everyone can remember the Dakar last year, the first time with this car, the incredible success that you all had, you know, with the stage wins, it was 4 of them, many podiums as well, and Matthias also finishing 9th overall. So it's exciting to think what can happen at the next one with this new evolution of car. So I think we say that that's it from the launch of the brand new car. We will be back with more Inside Dakar from the test and, of course, Rally Morocco. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.